Welcome back everyone. Today I bring you a new video with one of my favorite divisions at the moment, and that is 25Y Tank Division, which I have called Guards Tank Division in some video description where I played against it, because I thought it's a Guards Tank Division, but I just forgot to call it that. But then other people said somewhere in Discord discussions that it isn't a Guards Tank Division. So I have no idea. I'm just gonna call it Tank Division for now because that's how it's called in-game. And I really enjoy playing this division because the T-64, as I described in the video where I played 7th against Skates 25Y, the T-64 is just an amazing tank at the moment. It's not... It's a good question if it's better than the T-72 or not, and people just don't notice because the T-64 is only in 2 divisions, and one of those divisions is pretty mediocre, even though it has gotten a lot better with the stress on miss, the 6 that is, because their MiG-31 now is pretty amazing. But the big advantage of the T-72s is that the East German ones at least all have Resolute, and then they also get the shit ton of Resolute infantry, which you are lacking in 25Y. But you have shit tons of BMP-2s in 25Y. Small infantry tab, but still enough, in my opinion, to survive a game. You have Conkers, infantry ATGM teams, that is, which you don't have in, for example, 119th. And 9th Panzer also doesn't have Conkers, they only have Fagos. Or 7th Panzer has Conkers though. You have the Motorazvedka with BMP-2s, which are expensive, but together with the Recon T-64 that you can get some small little recon rush going. It's an expensive one, but small, so you have to... You have to really plan it out and not go too far with it. And for example, like I guess airborne divisions is definitely a bad idea because this would not be enough to deal with an airborne division. But well, my enemy is playing 27Y, which you probably can't know because at 1080p there's no way you can discern whether this says 27 or 39th or 79th or something, because all those goddamn Soviet symbols are the same. It's just, I hate it. The Soviet symbols are so boring. I understand that those are like the official symbols that they had, but still, man, I hate it. I already hated it in the Steel Division 2, where the 5 billion Soviet divisions were already pretty much the same, and they even had the same symbols. Like, come on, man. Though funnily enough, then the divisions that were unique were also pretty shit most of the time. But oh well, different game. There was a big patch for it recently, by the way. Maybe I will play it again. By the way, say if you're interested in maybe me doing a Steel Division video, or videos of me trying to get back in the game, or write it in the comments for a few people that actually watch those videos to the end. First of all, shout out to you. Second of all, tell me what you want to see. And maybe I will listen to you. I don't know. This is still a hobby, so I will do whatever I want. But maybe I will take it into account. But yeah, well, anyway, going back to WARNO and the game at hand, you can see we are on airport. And yeah, well, I'm doing a little recon rush in the center with the T-64, 2 Motorazvedka and the BMP-2, 1 Su-27 because 27Y can do some helicopter openers. Motorazvedka to the center and to the air traffic control tower, and the Conkers in the tower that's a bit further back, just a little, a silo, but it's maybe like a secondary ATC tower. BRDM to the left flank. Then you can see for the center a Conkers, for the tower, fairly basic. 2 Iglas, again for some protection against helicopters. Pulimechiki to the right side, so that he can't just push through there for free, and then another Motostrelki with the BMP-2 for even more fire support into the center. Because my plan was to push through here and take the back sector, because pushing over the open, I I just hate it. It just always goes wrong. You need mortars and artillery and stuff like that, and then most of the time you will still get shot in the ass or your sides. By pushing through here, I mean, it's basically the meta to always just keep the front line as small as possible and just overwhelm your enemy. And that's what I can do, because 27Y has very good equipment, but specifically their BMP-3s, for example, are just extremely expensive. So he will have less of them. So he deploys some infantry aggressively. It's in meta squads. Shoots at the T-64, doesn't smoke a time and instantly bail out. Like, that was already so tilting. Like, what the fuck is that? I'm also not sure whether it got bailed out by the metas or the 30mm grenade launcher. So this was giga annoying. Because this is already... I mean, is that... Oh, I can't even click it because it's bailed out. That's interesting. But like, that's a lot of points. It's... How many is it? I think almost 250 points of my opener instantly disabled by a shitty metis and a grenade launcher. So yeah, this was incredibly tilting and bad because now I'm just stuck. Also, he did well with deploying 2 meta squads in here, but this is still giga unlucky on one hand, but on the other hand you can see it was pretty good because all his metas were just focusing on shooting their missiles on the T-64 and not the BMP-2s. Now he, I guess, manually targeted maybe. The BMP-2 didn't get killed, but it instantly routed because, bruh, don't even know why. Like, sometimes they route, sometimes they don't. I think it's just a random chance. Nothing happening on the left, that's good. Yeah, also one BMP-1 command to just capture the zones here. Using the BMP-2 to fire support him down, or the BMP-2s. One of them still routing. No helicopters from him though, which was on one hand kind of good, on the other hand obviously now my Iglas and the Su-27 was absolutely wasted. But I then decided to buy in an Su-25, because I thought that, well, there was no long-range AA firing at my Su-27, so I should have a good enough chance of getting in. Here I wanted to quickly finish off the 30mm, and I saw the ATGM flying at me, so I hoped that I would be able to kill it off and smoke in time, so I did that. I waited for the BMP-2 to fire its last shot, and then instantly press the smoke button, and it worked out pretty well. He does a big mistake, puts the BMP-3 into here and doesn't unload it. So the Concourse kills it off with the squad inside, so that's very nice. What's not very nice is that he now bought an artillery and kills off the T-64 with his artillery. Definitely the right call to make, but very annoying, because I really would have liked to keep that alive. And see more reinforcements coming in, T-64A for some cheap fire support and to keep up the tempo. Like, you can basically, yeah, you can buy in one Motostrelki in the BMP, that's 100, a BMP-2 that's 100 points, and one T-64 a minute. Like, obviously that's not the best choice because I will also need to buy in AA. At the moment I'm completely focusing on tanks, because there was no air coming in from him. I still had my fighter up and 2 Iglas, but now the fighter is out of fuel, so now I will definitely need to buy in AA. Su-25 did some rocket runs. This Motostrelki mate is most likely out of missiles, that's why he is retreating it. BMP-2 here gets stunned, unfortunately. Then I didn't retreat in time, so this will most likely die. Oh no, it gets stunned again. Oh, that's nice. Target the tower here, because I mean I was fairly certain that there would be something sitting in here, because that would give him all the recon information he needs. Don't really know what happened there. Maybe I misclicked something, or the Su-25 just had autism. But it didn't fire a lot of rockets, and then got out of there. Retreating the BMP-2. I mean, I bought in the Ural to resupply, to repair the T-64. Now I'm just using it to reload smoke and repair the BMP-2s. And yeah, slowly moving forward. A little bit low on infantry at the moment. Was waiting for the Motorazvedka here to repair. Oh, all the repairs in smoke meant that I wasn't even able to repair everything with this one supply truck, so we'll need another one. There was in fact a recon squad in here, but now the Razvedka Saperi are obviously completely out of place. out of position because they don't even have an AT launcher, and they will be dead. That's nice. So already good progress being made here. Yeah, losing the T-64 early on was really bad, but you can see I'm buying in more and more tanks, and this is the big strength of the division. Like, look at how many tanks I already have on the field here. That's 3 tanks, 1, 2, 3 BMP-2s, and that's with me having already taken some losses. Also infantry, yeah, running a bit low, and should have bought in more supply, but I really wasn't expecting that it would take so much supply to repair the damage I already had here. And see one more Eagler being bought in, 2 coups, because 27 doesn't have like an exceptional air tab, in the sense of it's expensive and you don't have a lot of strike planes, but the AT planes that they get are very dangerous. And the rocket Su-22, or is it an Su-17? Can't remember correctly. Well, the rocket plane is also pretty decent. Here ATGM firing at me. And yeah, there's the Su-17 AT plane. Here, like, again, this is one of the... Just a WARNO moment, like a recon BMP-2 being fired at by an ATGM and not seeing it. Su-17 luckily misses its ATGM. Here, smoking off and trying to get in range of the BRDM. This BMP misses its whole volley. This T-64 then misses as well at this range. Like, what the hell was that? Misses again. At least killed the infantry ATGM there. So let's see what I will be finally able to kill off the Conqueror's M. Good God, that was a horrible engagement. I mean, I didn't think that, you know, a BRDM Conqueror would survive like 1 tank and a BMP shooting at it at close range. And I also didn't think that, well, I wouldn't spot it at 1.5 kilometers away with a recon BMP. But oh well. Now a T-80BV coming in, and that's obviously a problem for a T-64 Ace, because they are very nice for early fire support and tempo, but fighting an actual T-80BV is very bad. That's why you need the T-64 BV. I think it's the BV, the one that has the good ATGM. That's also the most expensive tank in the deck, but it's still cheaper than a T-80BV. And it actually has a better ATGM than the T-80BV. And it has arrow. So that's very nice. Unfortunately, he smokes off. Reroute on the RKHM. Not even able to kill it off. Like, bruh. And he brings in 2 fighters. And yeah, now obviously this will be the end of it. Coups both missing. So yeah, overall horrible engagement. Don't really know what he was targeting here. I think, yeah, I moved forward my BMP to catch something that was he had driving over the open. But I instantly retreated it again, so that wasn't useful. And maybe he targeted the ATC tower here, but misclicked a little bit. Don't really know. Buying in a drone now, because I want to know what's going on here. And, well, as we just saw, having a recon BMP obviously doesn't give you anything. Also moved forward the Montrazvetka that was back here. And this Montrazvetka was also moved a bit further forward together with the Conquerors. So they will need repairs and rearming. Well, specifically the Conquerors needs rearming. Now I tried to 2-on-1 the T-80BV, but you can see I mismicroed and this BMP-2 was still sitting behind its smoke. So that was a big mistake. And the T-80BV obviously in a 1v1 will always defeat the BMP-2. No questions asked. The Conquerors missed. Barely, but it missed. Also very sad. This Metis here though stands absolutely no chance. Because there's 2 more BMP-2s in the back, because I have bought in more BMP-2s. T-64 is repairing. I mean, losing 1 is bad, but I still have 2. And the T-64 BVK. Also decent tank, though lacks the ATGM, obviously because of it being a command tank. Su-27 is up again, in case he brings in his AT plane. Even though I have 2 coups, but I don't want to push them further forward because of the danger of T-80BV or BMP-3 blob, or even a singular one just sniping them, and I really don't want that to happen. I only take 1 card. To be fair, I have 4 Su-27s, but relying on Su-27s against 27Y is dangerous, because they have also pretty decent AA. And you can see I brought in some Mistas, because obviously this will be a grind fight, so that's the time for artillery. Brings in the MiG-27s, MiG-29s, sorry. One coup hits, but the S-27 and the other coup miss, so only got one hit in. That's good enough, I guess. Will mean that one of the MiG-29s will be out for repairs for a long time. And yeah, I mean, I saw the Conquerors are moving into this forest line, so I was sure that he will keep it somewhere here. Having it back there doesn't make any sense. Moving it into this forest line makes even less sense, so kill it off there. Something fired at the T-64, so instantly retreated again and smoke it off, because I don't want to lose it. Getting in a new command will be painful. I mean, I have the points definitely for it, but it will just take very, very long. And there the AT plane comes in. Unfortunately, Su-27 was did just turn back, so it took quite some time for it to turn around again and engage the Su-17. Luckily though, it targeted the T-64A, which was a big mistake by him. It killed it off, but it also then got killed by the coups. And my T-64 is still alive, though unfortunately the Conqueror's M here is also still alive. Though not long for this world with all these armored vehicles firing at it. Getting into here should give me at least the neutralize on the sector. Infantry here should be moving up as well, even though it's low HP. BMP engaging the T-80BV. Also, I was surprised that the T-80BV was not able to one-shot it at this range. But I mean, doesn't matter because it hit the second shot anyway. Now the enemy also brings in his recon BMP-2s, so I get T-64 out again. And yeah, I mean, I have neutralized the sector because it's a 2-point sector that instantly puts me at +2. And you can see the T-64A even at this range did decent damage against the T-80. Considering that this one costs 150 points and this 265 points, like this was pretty good. And remember, they have also autoloaders, so they don't struggle like a lot of the Western tanks do, where they get hit once and then it's just over because your reload time plummets into the abyss. Yeah, that's it. The T-64 is just so nice. I love them so much. Especially because you get the choice between the good T-64s and then the okay T-64s that you can spam out on the beginning like there's no tomorrow. Amazing, I love it. Yeah, I think this was a BMP-2 and BMP-3 against one BMP-2 deck. Well, that went basically as expected. Bought a supply helicopter and a second one to repair the T-64 and just to act as a little resupply hub. He moves in his RKHM back in here. He also now has 3 howitzers, so that's gonna be bad news for me. My Mistas are now in position with the command vehicle for the extra veterancy. And yeah, well, I mean, this T-64 was pretty toast. I just used it to like hold up his advance because you can see now he's starting to spam BMPs, which yeah, well, I mean, makes sense to fight over the open here. Definitely the right choice to make. Fortunately, the Mistas missed all their rockets, not the rockets, but their shells in the beginning. Spread was a bit unlucky there. Pulling Mechikiv find the RKHM. I don't even understand why it was here. Maybe like because it was routed before, some misclicked because it told it to move here before, and then it was routed and he forgot to change the move order again. Not sure, honestly. But yeah, I mean, killing of command vehicle always good. I saw some units coming in to this area, and because I wasn't attacking here, I was sure that he was starting to attack here soon. That's why I brought in 2 Motostroki, because that means I have 2 more BMPs here. Also brought in one of my helicopters, so that he can't really advance into here. He can gun run it with the fighter. This will be pretty dangerous though. Here that was really, really bad. He spotted the supply helicopters, I guess, and targeted with all his howitzers and instantly got the kill on them. Yeah, that was also a mistake by me. I shouldn't have put them so close together. That was just asking for it to be artilleried. So, noob mistake by me. Moving over the Conquerors, as you can see here. Because, I mean, there's definitely nothing coming through this line. Because there's a giant blob of BMPs, BTRs, and T-80BVs here. Like, this is absurd. Like, what the hell? Nice kill on the BMP-3. BMP-3 costs, how many points does it even cost now? 100? Yeah, 100 points. So Conqueror's killing one BMP-3 is already giga value. Oh, not giga value, but it's very, very good value. Especially considering that they are very, very nice counter to tank divisions. The whole problem of 27Y is that, like tank divisions with tanks that actually cost something. So this, for example, where a T-72 blob would be better because the T-72s would be cheaper, and then a BMP-3 killing a T-72 is, or targeting a T-72 is kind of worth a lot more than, no, targeting a T-72 is worth less, that's what I wanted to say, than targeting a T-64, because the T-64 is just more expensive. But the BMP-3 is obviously always the same. But I mean, I'm not playing a T-72 division, I'm playing a T-64 division, so that's where the BMP-3 doesn't shine. It shines against like super heavy tanks like 3rd Armored Division, or even the West Germans absolutely struggle against it because of the Leopard 2's pretty mediocre armor. So you take more damage, and especially you take a lot of stress damage against them. So yeah, that's why I bought in a second helicopter, like only 2 helicopters I have in the deck, to act as some ATGM support against all those BMPs. Like there's BMP-3, BMP-2, T-80BV that also obviously has ATGMs, so a lot of missiles flying either way. And you can see my T-64 blob is really not a blob anymore. I bought some more infantry and BMP-2s here, but they are now kind of isolated. So they can't really help the T-64s, and the T-64s can't help them, especially now because they have to retreat. Here I tried to go in. You can see I noticed that there's a Tunguska. I targeted the Tunguska with the rocket Su-25, and the AT Su-25 went to kill the command BMP-2. Unfortunately, he goes in the MiG-29. My Su-27 was just mismicroed. Shit the bed, but luckily the coup killed the MiG-29. One Su-25 down. I mean, that's kind of okay. If I would have killed only the Tunguska, that would have been shit. But killing the Tunguska and the command BMP-2 is very nice. And yeah, more stuff coming in, so I guess he will start an attack here at some point. I mean, because he has a giant BMP-2 and mechanized blob. So he pretty much has to attack here for the moment. He can reroute it like through here and then drive into here, but there's always the danger of if there's an ATGM here, for example, then he can't attack the center anymore. Unless he uses his artillery, which he has, to be fair, like he has 3 howitzers, so that should be more than enough. My MSTA's just pummeling down his T-80BV. So 2 Razvedka Saperi moving in, and I already bought in a Grad before, because, well yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a giant grind match, and if I have the Grad, I might as well use it. Accidentally waste the missile on the Razvedka because I retargeted on the giant mechanized blob here. The Grad won't do a lot of damage, but it will stun everything down, and this will completely stop his attack. Because there's definitely no point in wasting 100-point BMP-3s to attack with no cohesion, because then they will just miss. So yeah, that's what I'm using my Grad for. I don't know whether he retreated because of the Grad or just because he wanted to retreat there anyway. Get a bit of damage on the Recon BMP-2 and the BTR, so not the best strike, but I mean, I fended off his attack. That's good enough at this point for me. I mean, we're 20 minutes in and I'm 300 points ahead, so I'm not in the worst position, honestly. Here I was trying to counter battery him because he has 3 howitzers, so I was fairly certain that he would be using the truck towed howitzers and not the Akatsas, because that would be pretty insane if he would have bought 3 Akatsias at this point. That would have been very, very expensive, and together with all the BMP-3s and Recon BMP-2s and stuff like that, I like didn't count the points. It was just a vibes-based analysis where I assumed that it must be the truck based howitzer, which I mean he obviously still can move, so you can see he was moving it from time to time. Now targeting the BMP-2 here, so that was kind of giveaway for me that he would be attacking this zone soon. Because otherwise, I mean, why would he target that? He could easily target this tower here, where there certainly are units, or those buildings here, forest line here, where I have been sitting the whole time. So, yeah, this would definitely mean that I need more reinforcements in here. Though I have a recon squad, and I don't see anything moving up yet. So, I guess we're good for the moment. A new Su-25 attack. Common, what's the word I'm looking for? Assembling. That's what I wanted to say. Doesn't even start with con. Well, happens to the best of us. Assembling in the back. This time only rockets because I saw a bunch of infantry. I think it was targeted towards the Razvedka Saperi here. To kill them off in the open. But then I wasn't sure, wasn't like willing to go in yet, and I didn't want to waste the Su-25 rockets. Because they're very, very nice. Because they have 3 weapon slots rockets, that means they fire 3 rocket volleys at the same time. And 122mm rockets are also pretty nice. So you can get a lot of damage in your first run. Although, to be fair, the 122mm rockets only last you for basically 1 attack run. But it's still better than nothing. Musta's targeting the T-80BV again. Unfortunately, not the spray. Oh no, actually I killed it off with the Mistas. I thought I would miss it because the shells were landing all around it. Oh, that's nice. Well, 1 T-80BV down. I love it. Well, I mean, and now he's just targeting the ATGMs. So, well, the one Conquest that was in here. So yeah, the attack is definitely starting. But with him moving his infantry over the open, that is now obviously the perfect opportunity for the Su-25s. So once they have turned around finally, he will be deleted. I don't take the 30mm in 25. In 25Y, I know the 30mm or the grenade launchers in general are very, very broken right now. I just don't feel comfortable taking it because you have so few infantry slots in this division. But in this case, obviously, the grenade launcher would have been absolutely perfect. So instantly kill of 2 squads, 1 Su-25 going down, but I mean killing 1 Tunguska as well is good enough. But then he had 4 AA pieces here, so well, he killed both Su-25s, which is absolutely fair. And this is now pretty bad. Though I killed now 2 BMPs as well with my BMP-2s. And BMP-2 for BMP-3 trade, or 1 BMP-2 for 2 BMP-3s is an absolutely fantastic trade. I would take that any day of the week. As the Mi-24 also using its rockets against infantry, its ATGMs to kill off all his BMPs there. Should have really used smoke, I guess, to get in. Don't know how much I would have done against the helicopter. Don't really see it too often, so I can't comment on that. But would have definitely been better. But now, unfortunately, his AA is moving up, so I need to evacuate my helicopter. This motorcycle will also need to retreat. Grad was targeting this infantry moving up. I think it was a little bit too far back. They moved a little too quick for what I was expecting, but still get some good damage and also cohesion damage in. Schmel here keeping good recon information on what is happening. Might get shot down by the Tunguska, but I mean, whatever. Here my BMP-2 loses to the enemy BMP-2 because of cohesion. That's fair enough. Rerouted the other Mi-24 because I mean there was nothing happening on this flank, and you can see I now have a shit ton of T-64s. This one was a little bit too far forward, out of the cover of the forest. Mistake by me. But I mean in general I have now 4 T-64 BBs with the Ogona ATGM in here, and then the Conquerors in the tower here too, so this is definitely a good enough defense for the moment, and I need more defenses here. Was trying to target his infantry because he was engaging my units and standing in the open, but now he started moving again, so that's definitely not a good idea. Bought in some supplies to, well, resupply my artillery, because it was doing a very good job this game. Though this BMP-3 was standing still for a little bit too long, so, you know, thought that it might be a good time to target this with artillery. Fighter coming in, I don't know whether he wanted to gun run the helicopters and then maybe decided differently or just forgot about it. Another T-64A coming in, as you can see, because there's so much infantry that I needed just some fire support. Su-27 shitting the bed, but now he just moved in his RKHM way too early, like he lost most of his attacking force, nothing was secured, and he obviously got killed. Unfortunately, SU-17 hits both his missiles, T-64A goes down instantly. The T-64 BVK survives because it has error, so it means he can survive the 30 pen missiles, which is very important. Here the Pulimechiki drive through, and I think they might get, they get killed by some stupid KPVT Jeep, so that was very dumb. And yeah, the T-64 BVK being hit was obviously annoying, but it wasn't as much of a problem because I killed his command. So if he, again, if he would have, for example, just smoked here, they would have gotten in fairly easily. I don't have enough units here to defend this at this point. But he is taking so many losses on the advance that it doesn't matter because he also doesn't have enough units to take this sector. See another big, not big pile, but 2 stationary vehicles. So target them with my artillery. He was reacting. I saw that there was some ATGM in here, so targeted it with the Grad. Thought that this should be enough to kill it. Not a full volley. 2 BMP-3s killed by the Mustas, so absolutely amazing. Some action going on the right hand flank. So 1 T-64 BV had to retreat it, but that's fine as long as it doesn't die. That's okay in my book. To smoke off the command tank to keep it alive as well. And yeah, this blob is now a big problem because 2 of my tanks are now already out of action. You can see already also rerouting the helicopters, even though I mean this one is completely useless. It's out of all of its missile, and this one only has 1 Kokon left. Though yeah, I'm landing them first and then sending them back into the fight. His push here has been completely disintegrated, and more reinforcements from me coming in. My T-64s need to repair now. Supplies coming in. Yeah, at this point I was running a little bit low on supplies. Made sense because I mean I lost 2 big supply helicopters early on. Coops shooting down an Su-17. Don't think it got anything important. T-64s here holding their line, and here he did a big mistake of moving in way too close with all of his BMPs and TAs, because he now can't take advantage of his ATGM, his ATGM advantage. That's pretty bad. Coops both missing again. I mean, one is a bit stressed, so I guess it's fine, but still annoying to miss at this range. But I mean, this is now obviously still a dangerous game to play for me, especially because I instantly get a crit again, for Christ's sake, and my engine is destroyed. But keeping it in place is absolutely fantastic because I am now targeting him with the Grad. When Mi-24 has been reloaded, you can see it even vetted up. And yeah, I mean, losing 2 T-64s here is annoying, but for all the kills I've gotten, that was definitely worth it. Like, that was massive losses for him. Now the Grad will also target him down, maybe get some more kills on the retreat, but at least will definitely stun him down so that his next attack will be delayed by a few minutes. Because he will have to repair, he will have to wait until cohesion is restored, and don't even know whether he has supply available at the moment. Might even have to buy it in. Some more BMP-2 AGs coming in, very cool unit. I have 1 card of them in my deck as well. This is the only deck that gets them, so this is a, yeah, well, BMP-2 with a great launcher as well. This is what the BMP-1 PG always wants to be, but can't because the BMP-1 with the great launcher critically lacks smoke. And this one doesn't, this one has smoke. So, yeah, very nice unit. But, I mean, in this case, using it in such an engagement against T-64s is a horrible idea. BMP-2, maybe? No, it doesn't kill the Tunguska, unfortunately. Mr. Smite, Grad did an absolutely amazing job so far. Didn't get a lot of kills, but just stunned down so much and made him retreat a lot of the time. Some AA here in the open that I can't see because I was missing some recon here, though. I guess he's like barely out of line of sight of this tower. That's very weird. MiG-29 comes in to kill the Schmel. Doesn't hit, and now I'm retreating it to maybe get it out in time. Unfortunately though, both Coops out of ammo, and yeah, as I said, I was running low on supply, so That was a bit annoying. Use this truck here now to resupply the tanks, because I mean I will definitely not need to resupply my artillery again. It's only 10 minutes left. And I'm still 300 points ahead. And now at this point I thought, well, I mean, he wasted a shit ton of points here to attack and then lose everything. So, logically speaking, there can't be much left here. Well, unfortunately, one of the units that's left here is the Motosturkey with the RPG-27, which will completely wreck my T-64. So that was a bit unlucky. But overall, you can see I'm just moving my blob and he has nothing to stop it. Like, one 30mm and one Motosturkey are not enough. So, yeah, just moving into this sector, this will give me another nice +2 lead, or +1 depending on whether he will be able to contest it, but against this blob, he will not be able to contest it. Honestly, I should have maybe also bought in some coups, but at this point, I knew that he can't have a lot of planes left. If he even has any AT planes left, I'm not sure whether I have shot down both of them or only one. Try to cannon battery him again, because he hadn't moved his artillery for quite some time. Rocket plane coming in, but I mean rocket plane, not really afraid of that, and especially really should have used it on the infantry here. Uses it then to kill the drone. That was a nice use by him. And yeah, here he just stands no chance against all of this fire support. No way he can even dream of contesting that. And now I am at a +1 again. He now tries to do the big blob through here. You can see I'm doing a preemptive Grad strike, which doesn't even make a lot of sense because he's stuck back here. That's why I instantly target again. Now that move wasn't bad because I was missing some Conquerors here, but you can see I had already bought in more Conquerors and put them into those buildings, which can have a beautiful line of sight over this forest line here, because I mean I know that this is the same blob that was here before, so I can reload all my tanks, engaging him in here. Coups were reloaded, so killing off the MiG-29, or at least forcing it away before it can kill the helicopter. Grad does some amazing stress damage, and everything of him just dies. C-17 here just circling around because I have no AA defense on the left-hand flank. Oopsie poopsie, but well, doesn't matter. It worked out fine. So yeah, that was basically GG. There's nothing more he can do. I'm at a +2, there's 6 minutes left. He has lost almost all of his vehicles here, like only one T-80BV left. See like one singular BMP-3 coming in. This BMP-2 trying to get into this sector, but even if he captures it fully, that's still only neutralizing the tick. Su-27 not able to kill off this Su-17, lol, Lamau even. And I mean I still have my seaplanes with the 30mm gun. And I brought them in and targeted down the BMP-2. See, one of them wasn't able to kill it unfortunately, but now he just left it standing, and my tanks are moving up. Bought in the second T-64 recon tank. No, maybe I forgot that I still had it in the leg. Don't know why this one missed its volley completely. It's not even fully stunned. Like, hello? What the fuck? I guess that happens sometimes, and yeah, now it's definitely completely Jover. Hadn't turned his guns off on his Tunguskars, so my seat was even able to kill it off on its way out. I tried to even get into the sector here, but I mean that was obviously a pretty bad idea with the helicopters now coming in. They will eat all my BMPs here for breakfast. It killed off another BMP-2 command here, by the way. Thinking about it, I mean I have killed off 3 BMP-2s now, BMP-2 commands. Did he take 2 BMP-2 command cards? That's weird. Don't do that, kids. In my opinion, at least that's a horrible idea because the BMP-2 is super expensive. Just use the BTR. It basically does the same and also has smoke, but it is a lot cheaper. Yeah, it doesn't have the combat power, but you don't want to use your command BMP-2 for combat. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do against those helicopters because I was too lazy to buy an AA. Doesn't matter at this point though. Yeah, not really. I think at this point he already typed in GG. And yeah, we talked a little bit about the game balance, because he felt like T-80BVs are just worse than T-64s, and I absolutely agree. Like, obviously they're like better on paper, right? They have better stats, but the fact that they're more expensive just makes them so much worse. I pay less for a T-64 BV. Oh, it's not a lot less, sure. but I still pay less. I get a better ATGM, and everything else is almost the same. I think I also get less armor, but it's not that important in this case. Because I critically still have the error, so I survive a 30 AP missile to the face. And I then also get the choice of the T-64 Ace and the T-64, how are they called? I think the Bs, or the BV-1. That's the, I think there was one of them in here. No, there wasn't. Items somewhere, I think. Those are the ones that, yeah, the B1V, sorry. So those are cheaper and don't have the ATGM. But I mean, obviously the ATGM is nice, but at some point you will close in and be close enough to your enemy to not use your ATGM. And then having the T-64 B1V that is cheaper and doesn't pay the ATGM tax, and then having the T-64 BVs with the ATGM, both engaging your enemy, it's just perfect. And yeah, this last BMP-2 command coming in with the TADBV command, but they are not long for this world with the MiG-27s flying around. Oh, actually only the one, because the other one was hit and needed repairs. Targeting down his infantry here, and now just moving in my blob so that he can't get in. It didn't even matter that much, because I still had a random Motostrelke sitting here, and its 18 AP RPG will do a lot of damage, even against the front armor, or decent damage against the front armor of the T-80BV, if it decides to hit. Unfortunately, at this point in time, he decided to not hit. Hey, it finally hit! Oh, actually, okay, never mind, it doesn't do a lot of damage to the front. Yeah, okay, that's fair. 17 front armor. So you can see that the T-80BV, it has only one more front armor than a T-64. Like, yeah, one more side armor, also pretty nice, but still not that impressive. Finally dies to the seat in the BMP, Motostrelke BMP, and he finally did surrender. You can see the KD also massively in my favor. Guy also a decent player. When we played, he was a rank 106, so poor guy also lost some places on the ranked ladder. And yeah, well, I mean, the early T-64 bailout was definitely extremely annoying, but I was happy to still push through and just overwhelm him with masses of T-64s and BMP-2s, and that's really the massive strength of this division. Like, even towards the end of the game, I didn't run out of BMP-2s. I still have T-64s left. So it's just too strong. Like, I like the division. I think I will play it a little bit more for now, because I'm just sick and tired of just suffering with shitty divisions against meta-abusing bitches on the leaderboard, or on the ranked ladder. And, you know, 25Y, in my opinion, it's too strong, but apparently a lot of people disagree with me, so okay, I will play it. If they think that's not good, sure, I will show them. Like, and then plot twist, I will lose like 200 more places or something. But no, I honestly think that the division is just, it's a bit too strong. It shouldn't be nerfed too much, but a little bit. It's, or maybe it would also be better to not really nerf this division, but just make the super expensive tanks a little bit less expensive. I don't know, but something needs to happen. Like T-80BVs and Leo 2s, for example, and also M1A1s are just really not that good right now. They're not super bad, but just so much is better. Basically, everything is more cost efficient, and there's so much stuff that can still one-shot them, like planes, and if you sit still for a second and play against 56Y, you will get struck by the cluster mortar and everything like that. So yeah, horrible. Missed us. As usual, also one big reason why I think this division is extremely strong. Mista as just such a great artillery piece. And if you want to, you could even use use 4 of them, and not like I do 2 of them and then also 1 Grad. Just use 4 of them. Honestly, also a decent idea. And yeah, T-64s performing like decently. Igla shooting down MiG-29 and Su-17, nice. This T-64, like Jesus Christ, look at this kill list. Good God. I think this must have been the one on the right hand flank where he always stretched his BMP blob and then went into gun range. Like 1, 2, 3 BMP3s, T-80BV, BMP, Command BMP-2, Recon BMP-2, and then a shit ton of other stuff. God damn it. And then also the helicopter, obviously, perfect defense with them. He wasn't able to get rid of them. I guess he was afraid of diving them with his planes because of my AA, maybe, I guess. But yeah, it was absolutely painful for him. And there again, T-64 BB killing a T-80 and the BMP-2. Adam Star actually killed one of his howitzers, and I was right. It were the top howitzers in counter battery, though honestly this was so late in the game that it didn't matter that much. Grad didn't get that many kills, but as I said, it just was very useful to suppress the enemy and always stop his advances and force him to retreat. Because he already has the more expensive units, using them to attack cheaper units at low cohesion is completely stupid. And yeah, that was basically it. Like in the end, those kills don't really matter anymore. He did a good job with his artillery, especially when he killed off my Mi-8 supply helicopters. Very well done by him. But other than that, he just microed his BMP-3 blob critically, like in the second half of the game, and from there just went completely downhill. And then his attack into the center also was a complete failure. Technically speaking, it was before that, before the mismark of the BMP-3 blob. But yeah, I mean, unfortunate for him. Should have used smoke, and yeah, maybe artillery the center sector more, I guess. But well, either way, nice win for me. Also, nice game. Thanks to my enemy as well, because he wasn't like super salty or toxic or something. He said that I defended well. He still said that it was cancer, but I absolutely agreed. It's cancer to play against T-64s. But yeah, GG to him. And yeah, enough rambling for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, don't know whether what I will play. We will see. I wish you a beautiful day, and until next time, bye bye.